at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, different live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. We like you guys to be live with us. Get the plays in real time, get the best numbers, and of course, too, mingle in our chat room with all our community there at Tony'sPicks.com. So make sure you do that. Make note of our promo code. You could save 20% off all pre-and pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. Also, love to hear from you guys. You may post your picks in our comments. And of course, our podcast is Tony's Picks. We put every pick and every show in podcast form. So I know it's about the working hour. So if you guys are driving home, you can listen to our full shows like Game Day Picks, Morning Steam, and its full show on our podcast, available on all major platforms. And of course, our site is Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll see a full leaderboard with documented results here from all our cappers on our roster. Top performers like Mindy has been on absolute fire this year. So is our Morning Steam crew, Sam as well. We got Nick's been on fire. Click the links here. Get signed up. Collins with a good day yesterday. Good showing there from the GM, doing well. Click the links here and you'll find our premium picks here on the center of the page. We'll be ready to roll here, as well as our best bets. Each capper can release best bet from each sport per day. We'll have multiples up there, as you can see, ready to roll here for a Monday $15 premium pick. It's a promotional item. Each capper can designate one of those plays off their card as a $15 premium pick to introduce their service to new and existing customers. 3 packs offer great value. Check those out there. And of course, if you prefer, you may purchase our picks a la carte on the pig ticker. There you'll find team versus team information. And we're locked and loaded here for a big Monday as NHL returns here from their break. So check us out there and get signed up. All right, on the show with us today, we've got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com. She has been on absolute fire here on the leaderboard. You can check her out there. All the results on the site. Ready to go with Mindy here for Monday. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Tony. Kind of ready for spring.
I get it. It feels like spring weather out here out West Coast now. Nice temperatures, mid-60s. You know, it's
real nice.
I know.
Now.
It's nice right now out here.
I'm getting closer.
Yeah, you're getting closer. Yeah, just not too long away. I think. Yeah, that's in March, right? Is when we get into we get into March, and the clock, and then we have the clock moves, and we have dark. It gets darker darker later. Then right, we move the clock spring ahead. Spring forward is coming soon. All right, Mindy. So here we go. It's your Monday card, right? So a lot of small conferences out there, especially with these teams playing on the weekend. They don't really like that quick turnaround after Saturday. So often we see very few big conferences, schools here on Monday. But we get into the smaller conferences here on ESPN Plus. Alabama State here hosting Southern. Southern favored 6.5. Total sits 141.5.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple big-time games out there, but, we covered most of those on the Morning Steam show here today, so I was trying to find a little bit more college basketball action for you here today. So we're taking a look at the Southern. They are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 versus an Alabama State here 5-5 against the spread in their last 10. Now for me, though, I'm not really going to take a look at the side here so much in this one, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the total here. I'm going to take a look at this one going under. Alabama State, they haven't put up much for scoring here this season. They've only actually put up 70 once in their last 8 games, and they're averaging 60 in their last 3 here. Southern, on the other hand, they do score a little bit more. They've put up 80 in at least 3 of their last 6 games here, but they've continually decreased in their points production here over the last 5 games. So they moved into a spot where they're only scoring about 70 here over the last 3 to 4 games here in conference play. So yeah, I mean, I have this one kind of coming down into a modeling area of about 135 to 138. It's mostly because of Alabama State here. They average 36% here from 2 and only 31% from 3. Alabama State, their adjusted efficiency is about 349th in the nation out of 363 teams. So it's one of those that we're going to look at this Alabama State team not being able to score very much versus a good 8-2 against a spread team here with Southern. So I like this one under the 41.5 here today, Tony.
All right, Mindy here says under 41.5 points. Looking here at this Alabama State team, looks like they're trending here under an 8 of their past 10. once they started this conference action here, it has been under. When they began their conference games here against Mississippi Valley State, 8 unders, 2 overs in those 10 games. And of course, when you look at their conference numbers, the offense is very poor. They're worst in the conference here in the SWAC here in 2-point shooting, 44%, near the bottom in 3-point shooting there. So there's the issue there, is that they're having difficulty shooting against their peers.
Right. And they're even having, trouble at home, right? Again, they're 4-1 to the under at home even. Just really been averaging, like you said, under all the way. I think, kind of one of the highlights is that they do have a little bit of height on their team. So they do kind of beat Southern in the, rebounding department. But again, how much is that going to get them in a place where, they don't really shoot much more than, 35% from the field. So when you can't score, doesn't matter how many shots you get, other than maybe that slows down the game a little bit, which will help us here as well, Tony.
Yeah, Southern under 40% shooting in 4 of their 5 home games, so it's not been looking good here. Southern, for Alabama State, that is. Alabama State and Southern under 141.5. This one have a start time here, 8:30 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com right now as we see this right here off our profile page. 2,261 units of profit for 2023. That is all documents. So if you go to Mindy's handicapper page over at Tony'sPicks.com, you can verify all those numbers there. We have a leaderboard here for you from all showing the results as well as all the plays when you scroll to the bottom of the page. But today, well, we got hockey back, NHL is back, NBA, college hoops as well. So what do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Hooray for hockey. At least that's what some folks were saying in, the chat room this morning. They said, their bankroll was kind of decreasing because hockey went away for them. So a lot of folks excited for that to be back, including myself. So I have 3 plays in the NBA. So I went ahead in the NHL. So I went ahead and packaged those hockey games together there in a 3-pack. Only 2 plays for me today in college basketball that I really, really liked. My best of the best. So I did go ahead and put one of those out as a guaranteed best bet. Have already had some takers on that play, so you might as well get in on that as well. And then also 6 plays, quite a few in the NBA today that I like. So there is a 5-pack of my best bets in the NBA today, as well as a single play in there for my guaranteed best bet of the night. So a lot of interesting news that came out of the NBA here over the weekend. So it's going to be exciting to see how, these 2 teams, the Nets and the Mavericks, how they do tonight, Tony.
Yeah, I'm ready for them just to play the games. I'm tired of hearing all the conversations. I'm already tired of it already. As with social media, everyone shows. Yeah, I'm hearing everyone's opinion about it. Let's just play the games and see what happens. Get out for here with Mindy Hahn over at Tony's Picks right now. Magic Money Monday 5-pack up there. As you're ready to roll here with this NBA card tonight, as well as Mindy's NHL Magic Monday. A 3-pack here from NHL, a 5-pack here from the NBA. Also some best bets here from the 3 major sports playing tonight, NBA, NHL, and college basketball. So get on board here with Mindy Hahn over at Tony'sPicks.com. You'll see 5 one-day packages here as we get that college basketball best bet in the board here. So lots of action tonight for Mindy. Now, instead of buying all these plays individually, you do have the option of buying the longer-term passes. And here we are on Monday. Great time to get that 7-day all sports pass here from Mindy. Get all of Mindy's premium plays for 7 days. All there's NBA. We got college basketball. We got NHL. Don't have to worry about any all-star breaks. NBA is a couple weeks away from their break. So also, too, included here with that 7-day pass is their Super Bowl play, premium play. If she has one, she's a numbers girl. It's got to be there. No, she will. She knows. All right, she's going to be in action. So
I already know.
Side or total, maybe so whatever it is, that'll be part of it, or even money line. You never know. So get on board there with Mindy with that 7-day pass because the Super Bowl play is there as well. So get on board there, guys, with Mindy Hahn. That 7-day pass is the best, great value right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. And, of course, use this promo code here right now, TonyT at checkout, and that will save you 20% off. We'll do the math on this package here. We'll take 20% off. That'll be $20 off. I'm sorry, that's wrong. That's 7 day off the 7-day pass. I'm looking at the 3-day pass, I'm already thinking about the weekend already, Mindy. But anyway, right. That's 7-day pass. You'll save some money there when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. There it is. You'll save off that 7-day pass. That's going to be 20% off. That's $36 off when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and you'll get signed up. And of course, you'll land right on Mindy's page. And of course, you'll see all our one-day passes, which are profit guarantee. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. But again, the long-term passes are not, because we sell them at a substantial discount. Plus, you have the promo code to it. So you see that 7-day pass right there. Go ahead and get signed up right now with Mindy, as you'll get rolling here. You see the numbers have been outstanding for Mindy Hahn over at Tony'sPicks.com, and that 7-day pass is the way to roll. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy, and of course there you get some more picks. Of course, that morning steam show Saturday through Thursday right now. You get the good rundown today from the NBA card. All the pro games are covered, and of course the select games from the colleges as well.
Yeah, I feel like the animal whisperer currently. I could see them coming at me from all areas here. But yeah, you could go ahead and find me on Twitter with another play in NCAA college basketball here today between Weber State and Northern Arizona. So, or no, that'd be Northern Colorado, right? I can't remember. Oh, goodness. Yes, Colorado, right? So, yes, there's another play for me there. We took a look at the side on the morning show, and I gave you a total here on this play tonight. So you can go ahead and check that one out. And then also you can find Ramon and I on the morning show. You can find us there every Saturday. Well, no, it would be Thursday, Saturday through Thursday. Man, I'm having trouble today. It feels like it's still the weekend for me as well, right? Trying to get caught up on this Monday here. But yeah, I mean, all we try to do over there is help our STEAM team find winners. And so far, we're doing a pretty good job of that. As you can see, we're #1 over the last 30 days. And we have 10 more plays here tonight. So you can go ahead and take a look at the morning steam video. You can find those 10 plays as we go through all of the card for the NBA, NHL. So yeah, you can find those games. And then we do a select few from college basketball there too. And again, all of our morning show lineup is out there on Discord. So Tony went ahead and put the link here in the chat description. So make sure you get over to Discord. I'll go ahead and put the lineup that we think we're going to do, but we are here for pleasing the people. So go ahead and put whichever picks you would like out there. We would make sure that we cover those games for you as well on the morning show. It's just faster when we have it, lined up ahead of time. We do some of the requests as well, but we like it if it's there a little bit ahead of time, so we can put up the graphics, get a little bit more prepared for you, take a longer look at that. But otherwise, we don't mind just doing rapid fire pick rundowns on these complimentary NCAA college basketball picks. But yeah, make sure you join us. Looks like our folks had another winning weekend. We saw lots of people out there showing their receipts. So they'll put their picks up there, and then they'll show us who they got there at the end. And so it's been working out really good. So please join us on the morning steam, 8 a.m. every Saturday through Thursday Central Time. And then, of course, join us in Discord, where we're there giving you all the latest information regarding injuries, steam plays, and also help from your other, chat members. So it's been a lot of fun. So thanks, Tony.
That's right. Check out the morning steam show. Of course, this what you're seeing on the screen now is our Discord. When you click the link here in the chat room, we have the link to our Discord. It's kind of more like a private message forum. I call it a Discord, pretty much a message forum on steroids, is what it is. And it's our own private little community here where folks can put in some their plays, or they can put in their questions in there. A lot of props in there. We don't cover much props. We don't document props on our sites yet. I say yet because that's definitely at some point coming. And there you'll see a lot of prop talk in there. And of course, Mindy makes her post every day on the morning steam, letting you know the lineup. And of course, every pro game is covered from all the sports. But the colleges, as you know, there's tons of them. They're not going to cover everyone, so they'll make the list of games, and they'll allow, in the Discord, you can also go ahead and get the information in there as to what games you'd like covered on that morning stream. The cutoff time there is 9 p.m. Eastern time to get your request in for the game covered from college basketball. So make sure it's in there. Give Mindy and Ramon enough time to get the preps in, get the graphics in there, and we're ready to roll there. So go ahead and check it out there. Morning steam there, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Saturday through Thursday here on our Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And of course, remember, you can follow Mindy on Tony's Picks. Mindy on the Twitter for more content there as well from Mindy. So we got you covered in many different places. All right, great to have you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
I will see you later.
See you later. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you guys subscribe to us, set notifications. So when we're live with us. And we'll get there with you as well. All right, let's continue on here with the Game Day Picks. Let's take a look here at some of the folks in the chat room. Appreciate everyone's contributions with their picks and their information. It's always great to see you guys up there. Let's see, looks like our man C. James is chiming in. Yes, I agree. We need we need some T-shirts definitely for the morning steam. That's planned. So is Tony's Picks. You know, we've been really at this multi-capper now for about a year, right? It's been about a year, and I'm really amazed at how much that we've been able to accomplish here in a year. It's time. When you think about it, I think we just passed our year anniversary maybe 3 weeks ago. So really what our focus has been here during the first year has been software development, you know, and that's been the key, the big thing. There's a lot of plans we have here for the software as we continue to add more features to our site. I mean, we've got like late Steam play releases. We have updated leaderboards. We went to recently leaderboard 2.0. And of course, we're going white label, where we also have another client, a social media influencer, who will be doing running a site operator with our handicappers content there, and that's kind of our direction here is to white label. We do have some big clients flying in from Asia to meet with my GM. Over the weekend so there's a lot of opportunities coming in with, you know, our site software I think is the best in the industry. I already had people tell me that. We have great programmers here. Once we launched this site, we were able to produce video content with our editing team 24 hours a day. I used to brag that. You can see we have a live show and we clip every pick from that show, we put it over on YouTube. And there's a lot of cool things coming. We have a lot of features here in place. Yeah, we want to get the gear out there, but we really want to get the features, the software development. That's been the big focus here for this first half of the year, because we have plans here for a sports monitor. We talked about that before. We want to document the industry. A lot of the folks here in the morning team are giving out, in our chat rooms are giving out plays, but we want them documented. So we're going to allow them to document their plays, and we're going to run contests, monthly and weekly contests on our site, because we can replicate what we do here with our site very quickly. That's why we have white label going on. We're going to have the monitor housed within Tony'sPicks.com so people can document their plays and run contests for there. And we may be documenting people. If I know we're going to pull in people from the industry as well, but again, they're just going to drive more traffic for us and help us everywhere, all around, when we have that sports monitor in our site. So a lot of good things happening here. We want to get the sports gear in here. We're definitely going to get it. But right now, we're really geared on software development. And again, we're speaking to a lot of people. We've been offered a lot of money for our site. We're not selling. Don't worry, we're not. We got big offers coming in right now. We had one, and we denied it. They upped it. We denied it again. We're not going to sell cheap, because we have a lot of. We're obviously going to be part of this, even if we sell. But we're in no means. I appreciate the offers coming in. Which big one came in late last week. But again, and they upped it again, but we declined it, because again, we don't want to sell ourselves cheap, and we want to basically add there's not still a whole lot of features to come on this site, because again, people are seeing our software development, our smart tab navigation, the way the site functions, the functionality. I mean, I designed the entire site. Of course, my GM is the one who put the team together to get this thing up and running. I mean, he has an integral part of it, but I'm the one who kind of set the architecture in place for this. I've been in this industry since the late 90s, working with sports radio people. I was behind the scenes running sports handicapping sites on the tech side. So my background is tech, but I've been around this industry since the mid 90s, right? If you're in LA, you probably heard of the Big Nasty, right? Joe McDonald had a site, Dave Smith, Extra Sports. I also had that access way back then, late 90s. So it's we're almost crapping 25 years plus, no, almost 30 years now. So I had a lot of time in this industry. Most of it behind the scenes, a tech background, site developer, and I love sports, so that's why I gravitated to this. But now I had my first multi-capper site was EA Picks, probably back in 2011. It didn't work because I made the mistake of not putting it on the Tony's Picks. I created an entire different domain. I had some time I was producing a radio show in Vegas with the Meat Man, a 3-hour show in Vegas. I was part of that. Didn't work because it was a different domain. And my business partner that was not at the time, he advised me not to do it. I said, all right, let's redo it again, but let's put it on Tony's Picks. Let's get the mobile. Let's make it mobile responsive. I learned from that first experience. If you go back to the Wayback Machine, you'll see. Just type in EA Picks. I had the pick ticker up there. We had the first guaranteed handicapper page with site credits. I know a lot of people like to take credit for being the first. Remember, I was doing a live show back in 2007, live. Okay, you can go back and look at that. So I don't really boast about this stuff. I should talk about it more, because then maybe the offers for my site will go up even more. So maybe that's what I need to talk about this stuff, and give you links so you can go out and see my documentation. But I had EA Picks back in 2007, 2011. And again, it didn't work because I had it on and it had a different domain, had a different YouTube channel. I didn't follow the advice of my current business partner, who said, put this thing on your domain. Don't be so I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up my sales. I want a different domain. Did not work. And I learned from that lesson. So we relaunched it again. You're a right business partner. Let's do it. Let's do it this way. And it's been a success because of his again, I'm architecting the site. He's getting the right people in place, the best programmers in this industry. You can see, look at the functionality. Bad software will paralyze companies, will paralyze them. We made sure that wasn't the case. This was designed very smartly and expandable to our needs and the needs of the industry. In my corporate world, firsthand, I got to see how bad software can paralyze companies. And that is the biggest problem right now in a lot of these websites, is they're listening to advertisers who want page views, and they lose their focus on the overall customer experience. That is the most important thing, is the user experience when you're designing a website. That's lost a lot because folks are worried about page views. But let's continue on. I'm talking too much here. Let's go ahead and bring in, and thanks for the comment there, CJ, because you understand. Joe McDonald had a site. Yes, he did. I was the guy that did the Big Nasty. One Big Nasty, that was me. I do have some of those. The old videos. Go back and look at Gamblers Television on Daily Motion. I had to bring it down from YouTube, but because it hurt our monetization the way we're doing it. So go back and check Daily Motion, Gamblers Television. You'll see some stuff from 2007. I was giving out free picks every day. Me and Erin Coscarelli. That name sounds familiar. She just got out of USC journalism school. She worked with me there. You've seen her on NFL Network now. A lot of those folks worked with me there. A lot of the females we incorporated into the show, not just as eye candy, but they were actually doing picks. Brigida Santosi, I think she's a news anchor now. Dana Ward was working. She created Clever, a really successful online media channel, which I think she sold, and she went into. She had a degree in journalism and in cosmetics, and now she owns her own cosmetic line now. That's very successful. Barefoot Scientist, I think it is right now. So a lot of the folks around me that started back that became very successful entrepreneurs, or already hosting media. News and sports information. So lots going on there. So check it out, guys. I had some links we can probably share at some point. But let's continue on here. We'll continue here on Game Day Picks. I was almost going to say different shows I've done in the past. I've done so many shows the last 5 years. Sometimes they slip out. Continue on here on remember Sportsline. How many people remember Sportsline with Meat and Potatoes? It says Mad Meat, the late Meat Man. He passed away about 3 years ago. Cool guy. He gave me a big break in Vegas because that was my first exposure to national radio. I had done national radio before, but a national radio show 5 days a week on Old Meat and Potatoes in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I have some time with him. Again, a lot of the behind the scenes designing capper sites and creating the software, and again working with programmers. Again, we had the first guaranteed site with site credits. We were the first one in 2011. Pay after you win was a white label site as well. So there's a lot of stuff that I put together there that I don't really talk about, but now I need to talk about. I guess I stopped getting these offers for my site, so I should talk more about it. Anyway, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Time for Ramon Scott. If I'm over at Tony's Picks, catch the host of the Morning Steam and our moderator on the Discord. What's happening, Ramon?
Yeah, Tony, you help people out. I mean, you got Mindy and I started a little show, and now we got 108 live viewers, our new record yesterday. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining on. Yeah, and then of course, not only that, but the amount of viewership off our podcast, off the Twitter views now, off the YouTube, our video editors who get those clips up there every day, bright and shiny. I'm also working on some thumbnails. We're going to get some thumbnail. I got some professional designer working on thumbnails now. So like I said, some of these things slip the cracks because we're so caught up right, and we're so focused right now on website development, and especially some cool community things coming up with that site monitor that we're going to be producing here shortly after we work on some promotional items as well. There's one big thing we're working on, and then we're hitting the monitor hard. And of course, we do have some white label sites coming up by some other site operators to give our handicappers more exposure, pairing them up with social media influencers, with some pretty big site designers, some venture capitalists who want to get in the industry from overseas. We can stock their projects with lots of cappers, and we're going to grow as well that way. So again, our software does not paralyze us. It allows us to grow big time. Let's continue on here. Tonight, we go to the Horizon. Milwaukee here hosting Green Bay. Milwaukee here laying 16.5, total 142.5.
Yeah, talk about just adding to the matchups, previewing different teams. Got to get Green Bay in here, I guess. When can we talk about them? Maybe when they're up against at least one of the best teams in the Horizon. I mean, Green Bay, we've had some fun with IUPUI, Tony. Green Bay is, I guess, kind of below them. They are tied at the bottom of the conference, 1-12. Green Bay is just 2-22. Sorry, Tony, here on your show. I know you work hard to get us all this publicity, and here I am talking about Green Bay with their 14-game losing streak. As they come in to take on the Panthers. The Panthers 10-3, certainly alive for the Horizon regular season title. They are battling at the top right now. Green Bay, not only do they not win, they don't cover very well as either. Sure, they do cover a few more games than they've won. They're 6-18 against the spread this season in those 24 games. But overall, over the last season and a half, still just 8-26, last 34 against the number, 4-11 against the spread on the road, and 5-18 against the spread this season as an underdog. They just lost to IUPUI, believe it or not. We talked about it, Tony. IUPUI got, hey, but give Green Bay credit. I mean, out of their 2 wins, one of them did come against IUPUI. So they had to get it somewhere. Both teams held serve in that blockbuster series matchup this season in the Horizon. Milwaukee 12-8 against the number, including 6-2 against the number in their last 8. They beat IUPUI just by 3 points last time out. Now, they did go pretty deep into their bench. I don't know if they ever felt comfortable about it. They did play quite a few players as if they knew they could still win no matter what, but probably a little too close for comfort. For Milwaukee, I think they'll be on alert here after almost losing to IUPUI on the road. Do have to lay 17 points here, but Milwaukee did win and cover the last 5 meetings, including an 81-67 win at Green Bay as a 7.5-point favorite back in December. This is the 4th straight road game for Green Bay, not a road trip, certainly, with 2 weeks in between. You mentioned how they stagger the games, but still they have not played at home in those 2 weeks. Milwaukee averaging 72 points per game in 8 straight games now. They've got some, pretty good players. B.J. Freeman, pretty strong forward who likes to shoot the 3. They've got Marquise Browning, another 3-point shooter. And, Tony, Wisconsin-Milwaukee has Moses Bowl, the cousin, just a cousin. That's a cousin of Bol, son of Manute Bol, but still, he's a Bol. He's in the starting lineup about half the time. I don't know if he'll be in the starting lineup tonight, but gets plenty of minutes. Green Bay, they're okay. They're not okay. They're not good at all, but they do have Clarence Cummings who could shoot the 3. Cade Meyer has a pretty high shooting percentage, but I think Milwaukee, coming off the fact that they could only beat IUPUI by 3 points last game, can't get this one by 20 here tonight. I'm going to lay the big points with the Panthers against the Phoenix tonight.
All right, Ramon says Milwaukee is 16.5 here against Green Bay, the lowest rated game on the Ken Palmer site tonight as far as fan reaction. It doesn't matter; they all cash the same, right? No matter what you do. But again, it really comes down to it here with Milwaukee, the Panthers. Really good 3-point shooting team, top in the conference here in effective field goal percentage. They defend the goal very well. Do Milwaukee here against the Horizon.
Yeah, they should have no problem. They should have no problem. They say that, coming off what happened against IUPUI, but Milwaukee's back to on a winning streak right now. They're the team that is probably the better obviously the better 3-point shooting team with Freeman, with Browning in this one. Green Bay, like I said, I mean, you'd think at 2-22 you'd be getting enough points here and there, but they're really not. I mean, not really covering numbers either. You probably should be a little bit better than that. So I don't know if you call it value or what. The spread's actually gone down a little bit in this one. Looks like the action might be coming in a little bit on Green Bay. It opened as high as 18, maybe even 18 and a half at some books, and so they've whacked off 2 points off of that. The sites show that about 4 out of every 5 tickets coming in on Green Bay. So people willing to take those points tonight. Figure maybe Milwaukee playing down to their competition after what happened last time. I've got them on, thinking that, hey, we know we're playing a really bad team. Let's not let that happen again. We're at home here. So that's the way I'm seeing it. But I will note that it does look like the action is coming in on Green Bay.
That's right. We got Ramon here on Milwaukee. The 16.5 here with Milwaukee against Green Bay. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern Time. Horizon is on ESPN Plus. All right, Ramon, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Of course, we've got the NBA in action as well tonight with a nice card. We got college hoops, and of course, the NHL returns after a long absence. Ramon, for the All-Star break, MMA has been sharp here for Ramon tonight. But over on the side tonight, what do you have going on?
Got a 3-pack in professional basketball tonight, Tony, starting with late action. My package will start 3-pack of winners tonight in the NBA. You see it right there for $30. Also, I have a 3-pack up in college basketball as well. They're all on the extra board. They're all in the SWAC. It's a SWAC pack, if you will, SWAC 3-pack going off in college basketball tonight. Those are my best 3 games. All in the SWAC. How about that? And also my college basketball early start best bet. That's in the game at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, 3 Pacific between Lowell and, Hartford. Can't get away from getting on games with these bad teams. Hartford playing Lowell, but do note that in that game, I mean, Hartford always is a non-conference game for all of these teams. Sometimes they can sneak up on you and get the number because they're taking teams out of conference right now to play their games. And Lowell, though, it is a former, that is, obviously Hartford is playing some of the games, their non-conference games, familiar matchups with a former conference foe like Lowell in this one. So my game's in Lowell in Massachusetts at Best Bet. Early start discount. Best Bet gets the Tony's Picks treatment. $15 at Tony'sPicks.com. Maybe finalizing a hockey card. Mindy and I got pretty active in the NHL card with our Morning Steam team today. 4 games up on the site right now from our Morning Steam consensus picks in the NHL. So that could do it for me in some of that action today, because Mindy and I really got after it in hockey and also in college basketball. So pick up our premium picks. If you don't want to go back and watch the show, you can always pick up our premium consensus picks for the Morning Steam over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. Click on the All Cappers tab, find the Morning Steam in there, and get signed up. If you don't have time to go back and take a look at the shows for the day or view the clips, you can always just get the picks right there for a small fee, but the commission goes to Mindy and I, so we do appreciate those that do subscribe to that Morning Steam package. And we'll definitely be back at it tomorrow with more Morning Steam. So that's what I'm looking at today, Tony. 7 picks up right now at Tony'sPicks.com, even on this Monday board.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Rose Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. And, of course, you can see the plays here from Ramon as he's got his plays up here tonight. NBA Monday Night 3-pack premium pass up there for you right now, as well as college basketball extra board 3-pack, and of course the best bet here from college basketball, that $15 premium. Get on board with it. Of course, you could use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll be able to save 20% off right now. We'll get here to the promo here. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description and click the All Cappers tab, and you'll land right on Ramon's page. So go ahead and get signed up there to Ramon Scott's plays. And of course, instead of buying all these plays individually, you can also get on board here with the 7-day pass. It's a good time to get on board with that. Get all Ramon's premium plays here for 7 days. Instead of buying all the plays individually, include all his college basketball, all his NBA, NHL, and of course Super Bowl on Sunday is also part of it when you get on board here with Ramon Scott at Tony'sPicks.com, and that 1 week all sports pass. And of course, that promo code will save you 20% off. That'll take $30 off that 1 week pass. A great value right now. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon. We also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. We also moderate the Discord for us, where the conversation continues after the show, and of course that morning's team show.
Yeah, proud to keep up the Twitter picks over there. There's really only 4 handicappers now that do the social media with Tony's Picks: myself, Mindy, Tiffany, and Ben. So you can follow the 4 of us at Tony's Picks, followed by our names, and pick up more free winners each and every day over there. Today I've got a free social media pick. It comes to you in a college basketball game, in the game between Tarleton and Arlington. So you better get on that, because that one starts in about an hour and 20 minutes. So that's my social media pick for the day, and also got 2 embedded videos here on the Tony's Picks website, where you can pick up my sponsored play of the day. That one comes to you in a game between, well, Mindy's game, Southern and Alabama State. I take a look at a pick in that one. And also I have our leaderboard video on Tony'sPicks.com today, where I talk about the leaders from yesterday and the past 7 days and 30 days. And you can pick up another winner today at Tony'sPicks.com or on the YouTube channel with the leaderboard pick of the day in the Florida A&M and Prairie View A&M game. So more winners coming your way. Compliments of me right here on Tony'sPicks.com. Team Steam back at it tomorrow. Try to put together a winning day tonight. We did come up with 10 premium consensus plays on the card on the show. We only previewed 20 games, so we had picks in 10 of them. So Mindy and I hopefully were clicking. You talk about making successful shows and websites and web personalities, if you will. You did it with Mindy Hahn, Tony. I knew it was a good plan all the way. I said, let's take Mindy, let's take her picks, and let's roll. And we could have a great show, and that's what I've done. I don't say it's me. I'm just saying we had an idea for a show, and we're very fortunate to have Mindy Hahn. Take a look at the last 30 days there. If you combine our morning steam picks along with Mindy's premium picks, which are extremely affordable, and just betting $100 per game, which we know that people who are paying, well, I won't just say it, the amount they do for our boutique picks, if you will. Even if you're playing $100, you'd be up almost $3,200 over the last 30 days. You're probably playing a little bit stronger than that, especially knowing Mindy's on a roll. So that you want a game plan, you want to plan for action this week. Pick up the 7-day with the Morning Steam team and Mindy. And why don't you go for the 2-for-1 capper? I'll throw myself in there. I can pick it up this week and right into the Super Bowl on Sunday. Have a week of winning. Build your bankroll for the big game. The big game, as they like to call it. Tony, nobody calls it the Super Bowl. We can't say that word apparently anymore. It must not be politically correct. So, anyways, Mindy's been hot. It's been great doing the show with her, Tony. And I don't know, like I said, we went over our little record there this past week. I'd like to think it's our personalities, but for some reason, I think it's Mindy and the winning that have the people coming for the morning steam every day.
Yeah, it's great winning there. Morning steam. Mindy there been on an absolute fire. And of course, Ramon there with the morning steam. I remember the first conversation, first Zoom call with Ramon. It was, I want to host your morning show. I said, well, wait a minute, man. You're just starting with us. Then went through the summer, and he got all those videos. He created the video series there from WNBA, the CFL, and his video series took off. I said, well, yeah, based on the video series, and let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. So, he put that idea in our head in our first Zoom meeting call we had with Ramon. I remember, I want to host this. said, well, we're moving too fast. We're not ready to start a morning show day one. But then he proved himself to us during those video series with the CFL and the WNBA, which did fantastic. I said, okay, let's roll with it. And then we have Mindy as well. So the morning steam here as well. You say that show came together here right as we started. I started football season. I'm on the days are running together here. I think we did it right around that time, right?
Yep, it's pretty much the way we look at it. Football season was the start. So you talk about how hard it is. Mindy and I had been struggling just with small channels just to get a few followers and viewers, right? But you know what to do in this business. You meet influential people like yourself, Tony. You've built this channel. I mean, we know what it's all about, and so we feel fortunate to, even though it's taken us basically almost 6 months to build that audience. That's why it is so exciting for us. We've been teased a little bit about getting excited about just 100 live viewers. Believe me, after the show, we're like, our jaws drop once the camera goes off. Sure, we like to have a little fun with it on the show, like don't look at the counter, people will stop watching, keep talking about the games, but that proof is right there in that number. It's a very small and modest goal at this point. We know that things will only go up if you work hard, and just like with you, I mean, I said I wanted to be a big part because I just know that you have a big I'm not dumb. Tony, you got a big following. If I can work hard, people just can't roll up, obviously, and take up your offer to be a capper and just end up here. I mean, you got to prove yourself to Tony, to the GM, and Mindy and I have worked hard on that, and that's why we're able to do that. And maybe it's reflective in the amount of attention we're getting on the show. Just real happy with that, to get several hundred views as well every day on the show. Can't forget, the majority of viewers actually come after the show's over. Can't forget those people. They probably are actually more just as valuable. We value the people that have come in live because it really helps build up those viewers for later shows because they're such an active part. I'm sure that people are there to see who the quote-unquote experts, Mindy and Ramon, like, but when you watch our show, you're actually getting, 4, 5, 6 picks a game, especially. You talk about our regulars, Tony, and I don't want to think like I'm taking them for granted, but I think that some of the followers in the chat actually, follow, maybe who's good in the chat too. Maybe they say, oh, so-and-so's on that pick today. I like that team for that reason. So it's just not.
And that's the idea. That's the idea for the sports monitor is we're going to allow everyone to monitor their picks. So they can do that, and we can give them. And then when they're in the chat room, we can number one, we'll just throw a name out there. Oh, number one butterscotch for the year here, or number one, C James up there on the board as well. So we're going to put that together, and we're going to have to run contests on that because it's basically the same system that's in our sports handicapping site. We can pretty much replicate very quickly. And we're just why don't just create it. Let's put a sports monitor into Tony's picks so everyone can document their plays. People, our competitors, we're open up to everyone. We want a lot of traffic coming to this site with that and run contests and whatnot. And then again, the cappers there that like to put in their who love to put in their picks, who want to put in their picks. They can put it in the monitor and then show, then let everybody know if they can see it. A lot of people like to track their bets, and that's one way you'll do it. And we'll have a lot of line providers as well in there, and of course there are plans to bring in props and whatnot, first halves, all that's in the plans. Good step at a time here. We have software developers behind the scenes getting these features in here, and no doubt about it. Again, like I said, our website is expandable. We're not paralyzed by bad software design. That's the big key here. So we're expandable. Look at in a year what we've done. Someone had asked me to be about over a year ago to be on their to take one of their site, and I said, well, I don't know. He goes, oh, you'll never get it done. You'll never get it done in a year. Yeah, we did. We did a lot more in a year than I thought we would do. It was quite interesting, but it's pretty funny. But anyway, all right, Ramon, as always, great having the show. Continue that great success. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow.
All right, Tony, appreciate you. Catch you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
You got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Hey, guys, we're here with Game Day Picks here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. Be live with us. You get the plays in real time here on the show. And of course, interact here in the chat room with us. Scott Smart is in there today. We've got Blake in there. See James. Yeah, we think we were planning to get the live odds up there as well. We have access to it. It's just basically prioritizing what we want to do, and we will have a lot of lines available to us as well. And we want to get that sports monitor up there fast. Once we have this one project we're working on right now, we have our white label sites going up with more site developers or more site operators with social media influence out there running them with different business plans. So we just don't take people in. We listen to their business plan and their business model, and if we like it, we roll with it. So like I said, our site is definitely one that can be expandable very easily, and we can add features and whatnot. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Now it's time for my play. We're going to come in here to the NBA Night Warriors and the Thunder here. Well, Warriors laying 4, total 234. I'm going to take the underdog here, OKC Thunder here at plus the 4 points with OKC. We know for the Thunder, Dort is out. Let me just go ahead and refresh my injury report here. Just heading into this game, Dort, Buckazevsky, and Robinson Earl out here for OKC. We know the situation with Curry several weeks for Curry's injury with that ligament damage there in that knee. That's a tough one there. It's a tough blow for Golden State because, again, you don't know what the lingering effect's going to be, how fast is the recovery, how well he'll play after that injury. But anyway, we're looking here at the Thunder in this spot. Looking at one of the things here about the Warriors at the home performances, they have lost 4 of 7 at home, and they're averaging 115 points or 100 possessions while giving up 116 per 100. And the Thunder, while they split their past 8 on the road, they're averaging 115 points per 100 possessions, allowing 113 per 100. And I'm going to look here in this spot here with this Thunder team, who just got to be competitive in this spot. I like them here at plus the 4. This one will have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com right now. Up on the board, I've got a best bet here tonight. Here, let me refresh the screen. No, to refresh this time. All right, I like that. Best bet on the board tonight from College Hoops, so get on board with that. And of course, I gave you my best play from the NBA tonight, so get on board with this right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. Or get my long-term pass. My 7-day pass is a great one. You get all my pre and plays for that 7-day period. When you get over to my handicapper page and make that purchase with the weekly all sports pass, remember that promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the all cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up when you land here right on my page. And let's do it. Let's get signed up for that. All right, let's continue on here with Game Day Picks. Now it's time for my play. Let's get it up there. We already got my play. Let's get the recap of today's show. Mindy was on Southern and Alabama State under 141.5. Ramon on Milwaukee laid the 16.5 against Green Bay. I'll be on the Thunder here plus the 4 against the Golden State Warriors. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Bring in our cappers here from Tony'sPicks.com, and we'll make sure that you're here with us here on Game Day Picks, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you tune in again tomorrow live at that time and be with us. I'd like you guys to subscribe and set notifications, be live with us. So when we're on, you're on with us and get notified that we're live. So you get the plays and compare them and get the best numbers. All right, let's take a look really here at our chat room here. Looks like we got our man here, Scott Smart, liking the Rangers and Bethune tonight. And appreciate the compliments there from Blake as well. So remember that the conversation will continue on our Discord. So visit our Discord for some more betting discussions, picks, and whatnot here from the crew here, as well as our community over at Tony'sPicks.com. Very easy to get to our Discord. Just click the link you see there in the chat room and verify your email, and you'll be set to go. All right, that's going to do it for our show tonight. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from there. We're going to go ahead and wake up. Bye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow here on Game Day Picks.